Welcome back to another episode of Mondays with Morgan. I'm your host, Morgan Clausen from the Center of E-Learning. And today on our episode, we are going to talk about a couple features of the gradebook. The first one we're going to look at is the feature that allows you as the instructor to provide bulk feedback to a number of students at one time. And the second thing we're going to look at is how we can hide and show columns in the gradebook. That's really helpful when we're inputting grades or when we're comparing grades. For instance, we could look at how they did on test 1 versus test 2. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm in BlazeVIEW right now. We want to head to our gradebook. So we'll select assessments and then grades. Now, generally speaking, and it depends on how you have your gradebook set up, but it will open to the Enter Grades tab. Now, first, let's look at how we can add bulk feedback in the gradebook. To do that, we want to head to the Manage Grades tab. So once you click over to Manage Grades, you should see a list of all of your grade items and categories if you've created those. Okay, to insert bulk feedback, this is especially handy if you are trying to communicate with students about specific grade items or assignments. You can post the links to the specific assignments within the gradebook as well. You can also just post a quick reminder, hey, do this assignment, and all of this feedback students will be able to see when they check their grades in the gradebook. So let's select the item that we want to add the bulk feedback to, test 1. You'll select the arrow next to test 1 and then enter grades. And here you should see a list of all of your students pop up. So we have apple, banana, calliope, etc. Okay, now we see here that we have this option to add feedback, but we don't want to necessarily do it one at a time. Instead, we want to pick and choose the students we're going to add feedback to. So we'll pick the students that we are looking to reach, and we'll select the box next to their names. Then we'll select Add Feedback, and we can type their feedback here. All right, so let's just say, hey, looks like you missed this assignment. Click here to complete it. And then we can link up the assignment that we're talking about. So we can come here. Let's see if I have any assignments floating around. I don't have any assignments. All right, so we have our assignment here, and students will be able to access this assignment directly from their gradebook. We'll press Save, and this will pop up in all of their gradebooks. So we'll save and close. So now when those students log in, they will be able to see their feedback. Let's go take a look really quickly. So let's impersonate our friend Apple here. Let's head over to their gradebook. All right, and we can see this feedback populates directly into their gradebook. Hey, Apple, looks like you missed this assignment. Click here to complete it. They can click the link and head straight to the assignment. Now, again, this is great for a lot of stuff. At the beginning of the semester, I like to link all of the assignments and quizzes and things in the feedback as well so that students can access it from the gradebook too, not just the module. All right, let's backtrack now and look at how we can hide and show columns within the gradebook. So let's head back to our gradebook, assessments and grades. This time we want to stay in the Enter Grades tab. So we have all of our assignments here, but say I only want to look at homework 1 and homework 2. I want to compare how my students have done. We're going to select More Actions, Hide Show Columns, and we'll see everything selected. So let's just unselect everything. So we'll click this box and then click it one more time. And now we can pick and choose the items we want to see. So homework 1 and homework 2, and we'll save. In this way, I can now just see homework 1 and just see homework 2. Now, this doesn't affect your student view at all. Students can still see all their assignments. It merely affects the instructor view. And anytime you want to edit that again, you'll just head back into More Actions and Hide and Show Columns. Select the items you want. All right, that does it for today's episode of Mondays with Morgan. Please reach out to the Center for E-Learning with anything else.